Hi, this is Hoyt from DLLS Cowboys here with Clarence. And Clarence, it's media night.
Media night, first night of the big game where all the players talk to the media, and it's a circus, it's a sideshow. It's the NFL, it's what is for the fans. You got everybody out here, and we're going to talk to some interesting people. Certainly, we're going to talk to Kellen Moore about that Cowboys job, certainly about the Saints job. Talk to the Eagles owner and GM. Why are they so different than the Cowboys?
Yeah, we talked also to Peyton Hendershot, a couple other people. We're here to find out why the Dallas Cowboys are not here, and we're going to show you a lot of stuff here tonight from the first night of media night.
Talk about your cap philosophy. I know Stephen Jones, one day the Eagles have to pay the piper. Can you talk about how you manage the cap? And you have to pay the piper one day?
Well, I think for us, like everything we do isn't just for 1 year. We're trying to manage our team in the short term and also the long term. That's why you see we're playing a lot more younger players, our draft picks. You know, I think from our perspective, we understand that there are going to be difficult decisions to make every off season, but we want to compete every year. You know, we got a lot of young players on this football team. We think that they're in the prime of their careers, and we can continue to build while also having those guys. You know. I haven't thought about a doomsday strategy. I don't really want to be part of a doomsday strategy. So we'll just continue to try to get better and continue to try to bring in talent. You know, that's our job. You know, it's every year we have to bring in young talent, young, good talent. When we stop doing that, we're going to be in trouble.
But what do you... Some teams will have like a fundamental position, like a draft and develop sort of stance. Do you do that, or is every year different and it has to be different parts of the equation, how you approach it based on where your team is?
Yeah, I think you look back, you know, we drafted Cam Jurgens in the second round. We had an all-pro center, maybe the best center of all time starting, you know, and he was going to have to be a backup. The defensive tackles we drafted Jordan Davis when we had Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox. So, you know, I think for us, we're always looking to draft and develop. We're always looking to re-sign our guys. I think when we look at the off-season, the start, you know, we re-signed Landon Dickerson. We re-signed Jordan Mailata. We re-signed A.J. Brown. We re-signed Devontae Smith. Like, it starts with our own guys. And when the guys know that if we draft them and they develop and they do the right things, that they can stay here, I think it's an important message.
Howie Roseman's known as one of the best roster builders in the NFL. Now that you're on the inside of that and seen it firsthand, what do you think of just his ability to build a roster?
I know it's about the players making plays, but I think Howie Roseman is the reason why we're here. He did a great job putting together a great roster. Like I said, I know it's about players making plays, but he definitely put us in position.
Yeah, when you see Zach Bond go from a free agent to being a defensive player of the year finalist, or Mekhi Becton going from tackle to guard, is that just a testament to that?
Testament to that. It's a testament to our team. Our teammates pushing them, boys pushing themselves and don't want to be great. And they've been doing a great job. We need them to do it one more time.
Kellen, you've been interviewing for head coaching jobs for a few years now. How much ready are you to be a head coach now and say when you're in Dallas and interviewing for jobs?
Yeah, certainly feel great about it. You know, each and every stop, each and every time you get to go somewhere new. I was fortunate to go to Los Angeles and come to Philadelphia and grow each and every stop. You're around a bunch of different people that you haven't been around. Stylistically, you know, the way you lead, it's all different each and every stop you go. And so I've been fortunate to be around some great people, team up with them, and continue to evolve and prepare myself.
When you talk to the Cowboys, can you just talk about that interview with the Cowboys and the interest there?
Yeah, certainly I was fortunate to be there for 8 years. Have a lot of great relationships there, and a lot of people that mean a lot to you. Fortunate to have an opportunity to meet with those guys, and you know, it was great. It was great to see those guys. Ultimately, you know, obviously they made a decision, and they'll be in a great position to be successful moving forward.
Clarence Hill.
Yeah, I already know who you are.
What's up, man? How you doing, man? Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys, Charles Amena, your Kansas City Chiefs. Dallas kid. You grew up a Cowboy fan?
I did until Tony Romo botched. And I love Tony. Like him on broadcast, he shows me a lot of love.
Right.
But when he dropped that versus Seattle in Seattle, that's when I was done.
What's it like, this being with the Chiefs and this Super Bowl run they're on?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. Like, you can't get bored of winning. So being back here, a lot of these guys, they fit Super Bowl in 6 years. They meet back-to-back, so you can't get bored with success.
Coming off your knee injury, talk about your personal journey. I mean, I know I followed you on Twitter and followed you, coming back and.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had a road ahead of me when I knew what I had, and it just, to me, is very funny that people thought that I was going to come back and be not who I was before, and I remembered all of that, bro. Like, I remembered all of it because I know who I am. I know the player I am. I've shown it. I'm just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. What's the difference with the Chiefs organization? You've been to 49ers, you've been to Texas. What's the difference with the Chiefs organization? Why they are so good? And
the people at the top they hold themselves accountable. There's no disparity between the top and the practice squad. It's all the same. And execution in most critical parts.
You're a Longhorn.
Yeah.
They finally back. Is Texas finally back?
Yes, they are. And I mean, they got a quarterback that, if he does what he needs to do, I think we should win the championship the next 2 years. If he is who everybody think he is, a runner and a thrower, I see no reason why they shouldn't. Start recruits at a high level.
Okay, 2 questions before I let you go. Barbecue, Texas or Kansas City?
Texas.
Why?
I think the barbecue sauce in Texas is a little thicker. Okay. And I think that makes it a little better.
Okay. Let's talk about the euphoria. I guess the disappointment of euphoria. You get cut by the Cowboys, get picked up by the Chiefs. What was the thought process?
You know, it just, when you put in work with guys, that's what you play football for, is for the guys around you. So, you know, I put in all that work with that team over there. So I was sad whenever, I got the news I was getting cut. But then when I got the call that I was coming here out of college, I was supposed to come here originally. So it was kind of like a full circle moment coming back together. So when I got finally to Kansas City, knew some familiar faces, just happy to try to create this legacy and make this history.
What's the difference in the two organizations? Certainly having the first-hand experience with the Cowboys and the disappointment in Kansas City with all these titles.
I would say just, it's just about football when you get in there, and they just have such a good culture set of, like, every day they attack the day as it's the same. They don't look forward to tomorrow. We never really once talked about the Super Bowl. It's just about coming out today and getting better today. If we keep doing that over the course of the season, we'll be where we want to be.
You're talking about the culture, all the things, the tours and the camps in California. Kansas City is all football. You don't have that sort of thing?
I mean, I'm not going to throw no strays or nothing, but yeah, like, it just, when you get here, it's just it's football. So it's not that Dallas isn't, but just when I got here, I could really just feel that everybody was here to win, and that's all it was about winning.
Just the journey. I mean, what's it been like?
It's unbelievable. But when you're on this and when you get into the season, you don't really have time to sit back and reflect and look at it. So I'm still just in the process of, going through the season. But I'm sure when I look back after it, man,
Did you dream of Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's saying don't get no better than this, and I'm just happy to be a part of this team with these guys and what they've created, and hopefully do my part to help us create this history and this legacy.
Where were you when Luka got traded?
I was asleep. I woke up in the morning. I was like, no way, this is when my whole group chats were going crazy. Yeah, right. But I was asleep.
Because I know Patrick is a big Luka fan. Just talk about the thought process and the mindset. Everybody on the team, when they found out you guys are traveling here, was there a lot of basketball talk on the plane coming?
I mean, obviously there is, but and we start talking. It's just guys being guys. Conversation go anywhere. But yeah, Luka, and being from Dallas especially, just seeing that trade is just unbelievable.
How shocked do you think of the people in Dallas? I mean, it's hard for going to the Lakers?
Nah, I'm sure the whole city of Dallas is very mad right now with the owner.
So you get to Kansas City, and your first national image, you're getting a fight on the sideline.
Yeah.
How crazy was that?
I just how I was raised to play football though. Even though I didn't know Pat that long, if anyone messes with your quarterback, I was just always taught as a young kid, you always got to have, especially your quarterback, everybody's back, but especially your quarterback. So when I seen it happen, I was one of the only guys around, and I was just like, I'm gonna stick up for my guy.
Have your guys from Dallas called and congratulated you?
Not much, but that's just how it goes. Football during the season, we're so overwhelmed with all the things going on that we don't really have time to. That's what I told all them. I haven't caught up with really anyone from Dallas yet, but I'm sure after the season I'll get those phone calls going and just see how everybody's doing.
DLLS, Clarence Hill, Peyton Hendershot in the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir,
congratulations, man. Talk about hating and Philly when you were in Dallas and now being on that side.
Obviously, it's a great rivalry. I guess I'm a chameleon. I changed one color jersey for the next, but a lot of fun to play in those games.
What's the difference in the two organizations? Can you just talk about that?
Well, I think obviously both very, very successful organizations. They both do an outstanding job. Just feel blessed to have the opportunity of worked at both places.
You've been with Kellen for a while now. How is he what ways is he different now than he was when he first started growing into the role that he has?
Well, I think as any coach, we're always trying to evolve. Kellen's one of the best I've been around at. Even when we've had success doing things, he's like, hey, I think we need to grow off of this and get into this. And like I said before, he's so smart. He's able to see the game from so many different viewpoints. He's just a standing coach.
How ready is he to be a head coach now?
I think he's been ready for a while.
What's been the difference for him? Obviously, it looks like he's going to be the Saints head coach. How has he changed? So much talk. Can he command the room? Talk about his communication and really how he's able to command the room that people don't see from the outside.
He's an excellent communicator. I think it shows when you look at the production his offenses have had over his career. If you can't communicate, you're not going to be able to get to the players to get the production you need.
Is this a lot different what he's doing offensively this year than what he was his first couple of years in Dallas as a coordinator?
Well, I think you're always adapting. You're always changing. Ultimately, you go into the game and you do what you got to do to find a way to win.
Working with Jalen Hurts, what stands out to you about him and just where he is at this stage in his career? And the first couple of years ago, he had that incredible game.
The guy's a winner, and it's not by chance. It's the way he approaches every day. It's the way he works. It's his mindset. I can't say enough great things about him. Blessed to have an opportunity to work with him.
It seems like he never gets fazed. I mean, you can't really tell if he's winning or losing. The confidence on his face. How important is that?
Well, the guy's been in a ton of big games. Played for his dad in high school, played at Alabama, played at Oklahoma. All right, so he's played in a lot of big games. So when you play in big games against really good teams, there's always going to be ebbs and flows. They got really good players too. They're going to make plays. You're going to make plays. So the big thing is staying neutral, staying in the middle. He does a great job of it.
This game with the two Texas high school quarterbacks. When I hear you've raised two great Texas high school quarterbacks, one at LSU and your youngest just committed. I mean, what about those?
Well, here's where you got it all wrong.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was my wife.
That was your wife.
Yeah. So that's where you all wrong. She raised them boys. No. Obviously, very proud of Garrett and Colton. And like I said, we're blessed. Football's blessed our family, and really excited for what their future holds.
Clarence Hill from Fort Worth, man. How you doing? I know your dad, man. I know.
Yeah.
Did you grow up a Cowboys fan? Of course, this is Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. Milton Williams, Fort Worth's own, prideful Fort Worth. Became an Eagle. Did you grow up a Cowboy fan? Tell the truth.
You ain't gonna like it.
Tell the truth
I
now.
didn't.
You
I
didn't.
didn't. But Cowboys game was always on, so
Right.
I was watching. So I was a fan of. I didn't like the team, but I liked some of the players on the team.
Right.
So, Dez Bryant, DeMarco Murray when he was there, Zeke when he was there, DeMarcus Ware. I remember watching DeMarcus Ware a lot. He was one of my favorites.
What's it like coming home and you got all these Cowboy fans, you're Eagle fan, you the enemy now?
I wouldn't say I'm the enemy, but they like, go Cowboys, but we rooting for you.
Right.
Like we want you to do good, but we want the Cowboys to win. So
You ever want to play with the Cowboys? I know you're a free agent.
you said what now?
I know you're a free agent. You ever want to play with the Cowboys?
Man, hey, if it come down to it, I'm gonna let that stay in the air. But if it come down to it, you never know.
Well, what's it like? Your career, I mean, I think you overachieved. Nobody thought you'd be this good. Certainly you did, your family did, blossoming in Philadelphia.
No, I mean, just put in a lot of work, thankful for God for giving me the gifts he gave me. Just try to take advantage of them and, use them to the best of my ability whenever I can use them.
You try to tell people how great Texas high school football is,
I be telling them that, hey, it go down in Texas, for real.
You got two Texas quarterbacks playing.
Oh yeah,
with Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. No, it's them boys they gonna do what they're supposed to do. I remember Kyler Murray, the one that got a crazy record. I don't think he lost
No, he did not.
in high school.
No, he did not. Allen, they was like 40-0. He like 3 straight state titles.
Yeah, I remember I didn't win. We used to go to the playoff games, like, because my high school, I mean, we were all right, but we ain't never make it that far to play in Cowboy Stadium. But it was always fun to go watch the other high school teams play, and it was packed out, like the whole stadium packed out. So no, it's Texas football legit.
I'm not sure what's more, how many people we talked to or how many people you said hi to going through this whole thing. Clarence, you're a popular guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here a few years. It's not my first rodeo, certainly not my first Super Bowl. I got friends here, I got many people here, but we're here for work, and we got some work done tonight.
Yeah, what was the most telling part for you? My thing was we talked to Howie Roseman, and we were able to kind of hear from him about why they're able to get back here, able to rebuild, go all in for their terms. That was fascinating to me. What was interesting to
Well,
you?
we talked to Peyton Hendershot, Cowboys tight end, been the Cowboys the last couple of years, certainly got cut in training camp, went to the Chiefs, and just talked about how the Chiefs culture, the Chiefs organization was all football. He doesn't want to throw any stones about what Dallas and the tours and everything, but he said it's all football. They didn't talk Super Bowl. They just talk football, and they're here.
And they're here. And we're going to be here all week, so please tune in to the rest of our DLLS Cowboys coverage. For Clarence Hill and myself, good night.